Clarity of mind.
There you go. We know what. It's funny because the past few days we're like, what day is it? What day? We absolutely know what today is.
Oh, yeah.
About it.
Oh, yeah.
Happy Friday, everyone. Now, we've got changes to talk about. I want to check out satellite and radar, and you can see there's a system up to our north. You can kind of make it out because it has this kind of comma formation. It's bringing rain to the Pacific Northwest into Northern California, but yet again, that storm track is well to the north of us. That rain's not going to reach us. What is in our area is lots of cloud cover. So today is going to look and feel different. Because of that cloud cover, it's not as cold as 24 hours ago. And now we have a shift in the wind direction. So the winds are blowing from the ocean inlet, and that has really increased the fog. So an advisory is in place until 10 a.m. for all of these coastal locations. The view right now from Mount Wilson, though, shows some clear skies inland. So foggy and cloudy at the coast, but inland you're going to need the sunglasses. Numbers this morning in the 50s and 40s, colder in the deserts and mountains. And here you see the afternoon. No more 80s. We're coming down to the 60s and 70s, and the cool down continues into the weekend. I've got that forecast just ahead. Happy Friday, Robin.
TGIF for the cool down to the slowdown. We have a little bit of residual slowing on southbound 101 leading up to the 110 connector, but all lanes are open here after an accident involving a couple of vehicles that were facing the wrong way. We had CHP on scene. They ran a traffic break. All lanes are open. It's clear, but do expect a little bit of residual delays. Nothing major. It's still moving pretty well. The 55 looks good, orange to Tustin. No problems for the drive through the OC, Anaheim to Irvine, and your trip on the 405 Westminster to Irvine is looking good as well. We'll pick at more drive times and your travel forecast coming up next. Lynette, Adrian, back to you.
I'm issuing a sunrise watch. We got lots of cloud cover. The sun will be up at 6:59, setting at 4:56, 9 hours, 57 minutes of daylight. Let's make the best of this first Friday of 2025. Looking ahead to the weekend in your first alert forecast, here's traffic.
Looking forward to the weekend. Sometimes we don't look forward to the traffic, especially because of the slowdowns. And right now we have construction underway, backing up traffic on the 10. We'll take a closer look coming up when Today in LA returns after the break. Stay with us.
All right, the forecast is going to really change on us. We have a storm that's up to our north. It's kicking lots of cloud cover in our direction, and we're seeing the increase of onshore flow. So those are winds that blow from the ocean inland, and it's creating these low clouds and areas of fog along the coast. That's where a dense fog advisory is in effect. Skies will be cloudier. Temperatures will be cooler through tomorrow, so we're going to have to break out the sweaters, the jackets. Then next week, the weather gets warmer again, and we're going to have these dry conditions plus Santa Ana winds through Tuesday through Thursday that could increase our fire danger. I'll talk more about that in just a minute. First of all, I want to show you the temperatures. They're not as cold as yesterday. Right now, we've got 50s and 40s, so it is a fresh start. You're still going to need the jackets and the layers, but not as cold as yesterday. For example, in the deserts, you had 20s yesterday. Right now, you have 39, still a cold morning. Big Bear's at 48 degrees. Fast forward to this Friday afternoon, and highs are going to be in the 60s for Orange County, the LA Basin, the South Bay. We'll have low 70s for the valleys in the Inland Empire, so still warmer than normal, but cooler than yesterday. Still a pleasant day. Our friends in the deserts will have 60s and Big Bear 58 degrees. Now, I am seeing some sunshine for the afternoon, but for the first half of the day, it is going to be really cloudy. And I think when the sun comes up, it's going to be a nice sunrise. The weather around noon, still cloudy for the LA Basin, 64 degrees. And then we get to the afternoon, you see some peaks of sunshine for the afternoon commute. You may need the sunglasses. Then the sun goes down and the temperatures drop into the 50s. Now, I want to point out the winds because although they aren't doing anything right now, our friends in the deserts, you're going to feel them as we head into the afternoon. Here we are looking at the weather around lunchtime. It turns gusty for Victorville, and the drive along the Barstow Freeway this evening could be a windy one. Same goes for the I-5 corridor if you are traveling through the Grapevine into the Central Valley. Those strong winds will continue into Saturday. And look at the weather tomorrow afternoon around noon. We're going to start to feel those winds in the Santa Clarita Valley. If you haven't taken down those Christmas decorations, these winds could do it for you. Saturday evening through the I-5 corridor, the LA Ventura County mountains, we start to see those winds pick up. Now, I want to fast forward to Tuesday through Thursday because I just showed you those winds. The winds could potentially be even stronger from next Tuesday through Thursday. Moderate to strong Santa Ana winds are possible, plus that dry air and dry vegetation will lead to some elevated fire danger. If any fires were to start, they would be really hard to contain and are going to have erratic behavior. So let's use extra caution with any fire sources, especially next week, because when we look at that 70 forecast, there isn't any significant moisture on the way. The temperatures do come down through the weekend. You see numbers in the 60s on Saturday. We go back up on Sunday. Sunday is going to be sunnier. And then next week, you see the dry conditions and the warmer temperatures with those windy conditions setting up from Tuesday into Wednesday and Thursday. The valleys and Inland Empire, 70s today, cloudier, 60s for tomorrow, back to the 70s on Sunday, and next week a dry and windy one. The forecast in the deserts will be windy today and tomorrow. The low desert will have 78, then low 70s this weekend. And finally in the mountains, temperatures come down to the 40s tomorrow. Those winds will be active, and then more windy weather next week. That's your forecast, everyone. Now to traffic.
All right, we're heading over to the 215. We're going to check your drive through the Inland Empire. There's a trouble spot here in San Bernardino. It's an injury accident involving a couple of vehicles north 215 at University Parkway. That's in the left lane, so it's in the clearing stages. No significant slowing passing the scene, but I'd still leave a little bit early. Checking out some drive times. 15 looks really good, under 40 minutes right now. Oak Hill down to Corona. What about the 91? That's in good shape. 35 minutes from Riverside to Buena Park, and you're in good shape on the 14 as well. An easy trip, a quick trip, 31 minutes right now from Palmdale out to the Newhall Pass. We're checking the drive on the 710 for our friends rolling out of Long Beach this morning. Under 20 minutes for the trip from PCH to the 10. 605 looks good. Leaving Rossmore, the 110 is wide open from Carson heading into downtown LA. You may experience a brief backup because of road work east 10 at Rosemead Boulevard. It's barrier work. This will continue for another hour or so. 6 o'clock is your estimated time of clearing. So lanes are reduced. It's a little bit slow there, but overall 20 minutes from Pomona heading over to the 5. That's for both directions. Looking good on the 60 and the 210 as well. Adrian, Lynette, back to you.
Robin, thank you.